hard to accommodate in a workplace is when you're dealing with a migraine and a stress-related issue. The most pronounced accommodation is allowing people to be off. One of the things we all have to be concerned about nowadays is yeah, employers, we struggle with what's called intermittent leave. It's when people can take a day off here, there, here, there, here, there for something that is a chronic medical situation like migraines. And we have to accommodate and allow people to take that time off. So it's a forced accommodation. But for us, that forced accommodation is putting a substitute into that classroom. We don't have any other choice. So our better option is to keep people from needing the accommodation. So even though that, we must accommodate, we must give them the time off that they need. We need to be better. We're better suited if we can help them avoid that need altogether. A big thing is education. People do not know what they do not know type situation. So if we can help people make materials, resources available, and there's free resources that are out there that are available for folks to help them understand what is going on in their life, what they can do about that, and their alternatives ahead, that they can work individually, they can work with the medical providers, they can work with their health coaches. But I think, we have something that impacts such a large population. Why aren't we stepping out more to talk about this, to help people realize that not only is there this issue out there, but there are things that can be done about it. 10% of the population is diabetic. We wear that subject out. Of course, it has a profound financial impact and it has life-altering impacts. But that's a smaller percent of the population. And a lot of the economics that we deal with when it comes into healthcare is this 15% of the population that can account for 80% of your cost. Well, let's change that dynamic a little bit. Let's talk about this 20% of your population that might not be accounting for that larger percentage of your overall medical costs, but they sure are impacting your work life and impacting it profoundly. The fact that there are so many out there that are not diagnosed, it has to be CD to a failing grade of what we've got going on out there. The fact that there are new treatments and modalities and therapies that can be going on to impact it, we're failing there. We have to bring up people's understanding. We have to bring up the reality that things can be done about this and not just accepted. So there are some that succeed, but there's a majority that's failing. And for that majority that's failing, we need to step up and assist. One of the things I've enjoyed, and I've been at this job for a long time, is moving beyond managing benefits to actually managing health. And I think that's where the evolution of my profession is. One of the things we engaged with at the school board a few years ago, in fact, over 10 years ago now, is we launched our own on-site medical clinics. They're successful enough that we've now moved into integrated wellness centers, and now we're trying to push forward into this model to where we're trying to make even specialty care more available, more accessible, along with being the employer or actually the medical home for 43% of our active employees. And so the health is a big issue to us. We're engaged, we're helping folks. We want them to be healthy and well. We are a true medical home. We want this holistic view of folks. And we know that if we help folks be well, not only will they be in the classroom more, but we'll retain them longer themselves. So getting to health is the fun part of this job. I'd much rather help people live a better life than increase their co-pays or co-insurance or their deductibles. So this is the fun part, but it's the good part. It's the rewarding part. And it's where we all need to be.